Here are my top 5 investments for teachers. Number 1, increase your hourly rate. I'm gonna go on a walk while I'm doing this, but what this really means is no matter how many more hours you're working in a day, you're not gonna get paid more as a teacher. So the key here is to increase your efficiency at work, recruit your minions, aka your students, to do as much as possible for you so that you can leave when your contract hours are up. Because when you stop and think about it, would you rather get paid $70,000 a year for 2,000 hours of work or 3,000 hours of work? In the 2,000 hours of work per year scenario, you're getting $35 an hour. If you end up working 3,000 hours for the same amount of pay, then it's $23.33 per hour. So by you working more, and I know that teachers can't help this, I worked so much overtime, unpaid overtime as a teacher. But the more that you work, the lower you are paying yourself, in essence, or letting them pay you. Yeah. Number 2 is move over on the salary schedule as soon as possible, especially as a brand new young teacher. Start investing your free time into getting more units, like getting your master's, getting your national board certification, okay? Because it is a huge upfront investment of your time and money and, resources, but every additional basically day year that you work in the classroom, that is kind of like a investment in passive income, because you're going to be there for the same hours, but you're going to make more per hour. Okay, and we'll look at the Sacramento City Unified School District's salary schedule real quick, because you can go from 68,000 starting all the way up to moving over with time and units to $135,000 or something. Okay, 6 figures for a teacher. Okay, number 3 is open a Roth IRA, fund it, and invest it. And why am I in front of this tree right here? It's because I'm going to use this for our Roth IRA analogy, okay? So with your Roth IRA, individual retirement account, you can think of that as this container, okay? It's just a container until I put stuff in it, right? That's the open part. You're going to open a Roth IRA. It's an individual retirement account. You don't actually have to be working at a given, school district or whatever. You can open that no matter what kind of job you're in, okay? It's not tied to your work, okay? Like a 403B, 457 pension is. That's the account. Then we want to fund the account. So we want to put stuff in the container, right? We want to put this soil, fertilizer in the container so that something is going to grow in here. Okay, that's funding the account. You're transferring money into the account. And then you want your Roth IRA investments to actually grow, right? And that is picking the plant that is going to grow. Also kind of picking the soil and stuff too, but mainly picking the plant that is going to grow in your account. And it's the same with your Roth IRA. Like this tree right here, if in this analogy, this tree is like an index fund, okay? That is in my Roth IRA. All right, and now number 4, I want you to consume personal finance content in whatever form you want, okay? You're already here on TikTok. You should be following me if you aren't already, if you're a teacher. Or, I think the general public can learn a lot from me. Some other places that you might enjoy are podcasts. There's the Teachers Talk Money podcast. There's the Teach and Retire Rich podcast. There's the Teachers Talk Money podcast. And then these are some of my favorite personal finance books that I highly recommend. Truly, I think this is the go-to recommendation I have for people, because we don't want to be reading boring personal finance books, right? We want something actually interesting. Burnout is so fun. But yeah, these aren't all geared for teachers specifically, but I think they're really great personal finance books to read. Okay, and then number 5, I saw this somewhere else on TikTok. Someone was asking teachers that are financially stable, what are you doing differently than teachers that aren't financially stable? And the number 1 upvoted comment was marrying rich. And I agree, okay? But all jokes aside, if you can't control that, if you can't find someone to marry that's rich, at least try to find someone that you can be on a good financial team with, okay? Your partner makes all the difference, truly, because if you have completely separate finances, they will still affect your financial life, because if they're stressing you out, that is probably going to cause you to do some emotional spending, or maybe you have to go get dinner by yourself because you don't want to be in the same house as them or something. Your partner makes a huge difference to your finances. So I'm not saying that the only reason you should be with someone is because of the money, but it is a huge thing to consider in terms of like, do I have a healthy relationship with this person? Can we meet our goals, financial and otherwise, together? Is it going to be a healthy relationship, you know? All right, those are my top 5 investments for teachers. As a former teacher turned financial planner, both my parents are teachers. Like, I love teachers. Teachers deserve money. And let me know if you have any questions.